Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks, best bets for Major League Baseball on Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. My name is Steven. I'm going to have 4 picks here for you today that I think are great value bets for the Tuesday slate of baseball. I just want to thank you guys all for your continued support on the channel. I really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. We had a goal last episode to get to 250 subscribers, and we were able to hit that, so I appreciate your guys' help with that. Thank you so much. Our goal this episode, not this episode, but by the end of the week, by the end of Sunday, is to get to 280 subscribers. So appreciate your guys' help with that. If you are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Again, always appreciate that. It's your way of supporting the channel. And yeah, other than that, guys, let's get right into our results. So starting with our first pick here, we had the Astros minus 1.5 run line from Sunday versus the Angels. This did not come in. The Angels actually ended up winning 3-1. Astros left the bats at home. It was a sad day. The second one we have was the Royals first 5 money line versus the Cardinals. This was not close. Cardinals got out to an early 7-0 lead. Really didn't look back. So we started 0-2 and then we ended up finishing 2-2. So the third one down, we had over 9 runs in the Rangers Athletics game. Was able to cash this one fairly easily. 11 runs in the game. I actually ended up getting in this line at 8.5. So line dropped pre-game, which was nice. And Mania did struggle again. So, you know, what I was worried about, like I said, I was worried taking the Athletics run line again versus the Rangers for good reason. Mania struggled mightily again. And, yeah, those 11 runs scored again. So, and the last one we had was the Yankees' first 5 run line, plus 0.5 run line versus the Kansas City Royals at minus 110 odds. I actually ended up getting in this at plus 110 odds. So that felt really good. And the Yankees ended up cashing this for us. So, ended up being a solid day. Ended up being okay. You know, I obviously wanted to do better, but what are you going to do? 2-2 will take it. So 6 straight episode, guys, of 2-2 or better. Our last 4 episodes were 10-4, so we'll take it. You know, as long as we're not having days where we're losing. I mean, they're going to happen, but I'm definitely excited to keep rolling the winning momentum out. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do. All right, so getting right into our picks for today, guys. So at number 1, we got the Cincinnati Reds first 5 minus 0.5 run line versus the Chicago Cubs at minus 105 odds. So we got Hendricks here going to the mound for the Cubs, 13-5 with a 4.15 ERA. Going up against Gutierrez from the Cincinnati Reds, 8-3 with a 3.95. So for Kyle Hendricks in his last 3 starts, 9-2-1 for earned runs. And for Gutierrez, 1-1-1. So guys, there's a lot of reasons why I love this game. If you've been following baseball lately, you know how atrocious the Cubs have been. They've lost 12 in a row. They're on the road versus the Reds where they're 21-40. So there's a lot of reasons here to love the Reds. Even Hendricks has kind of joined this party of kind of giving up, apparently. Gave up 9 earned runs his last start. So, you know, I think some of this losing is also probably getting to him, even though, you know, normally he's a pretty solid pitcher. I think, you know, most Cubs games, you want to pick against them right now. You'd be making a lot of money. You know, you figure the Cubs are due at some point, though, right? But I still don't think it's today. Gutierrez is too solid. The Reds lineup's just too solid. The Reds are 4th in runs and 4th in hits. So the Cubs, once again, are going to have their hands full. Now, I will say this. I don't trust the Reds bullpen late. That's why typically, if I'm taking the Reds, I'm taking first 5. But I trust Gutierrez to get it done. I trust that the Reds are going to put up some runs for him. And, yeah, it's going to be a struggle again for the Cubs, guys. Cubs have given up 10-plus runs in 4 of the last 6 games. That's actually very impressive if you think about it. Like, how do you even do that? So, yeah, guys, roll with the Cincinnati Reds minus 0.5 run line versus the Chicago Cubs at minus 105 odds for your number 1 pick. Okay, guys, and at number 2, we got under 9 runs in the Athletics-White Sox game at minus 110 odds. So we got Chris Bassett here going to the mound for the Athletics, 12-3 with a 3.06 ERA. going up against Lopez from the White Sox, 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA. For earned runs in his last 3 for Bassett, 0, 1, and 0. And for Lopez, 0, 0, and 1. Now, Lopez, you can't really count him too much because he is a bullpen pitcher. So the max he's probably going to pitch is 3 to 4 innings. Like the max that he's actually pitched is 3 innings. So the White Sox are going to have to get this done with the bullpens. But I like both these bullpens. They're both rank in the top 15, which is good. 5th for the Athletics and 13th for the White Sox. And you also got to consider here, guys, that I have been pretty high on the Athletics offense lately. But there is definitely a point where they got to cool down. To me, they are not as talented as the recent numbers are. They had a stretch there where they had 59 runs in 7 games, almost 9 runs a game. I don't think they're quite that talented, for sure. They're like a middle-of-the-pack offensive team. They have been all year. But then again, they did add Starling Marte at the trade deadline there. But again, I still think they're about middle-of-the-pack. So, against good teams like this, they're not going to get as many runs. And same thing, for the White Sox, they're playing against a very good pitching team. Athletics overall are a very, very good pitching team. So, you got to like that. On the road here for the Athletics again. Coming off that series with the Rangers. Again, I expect Bassett to pitch well. He pitched great his last start. I was betting on him. 7 innings pitched in his last start, 0 earned runs, so I love that. And the White Sox are very much a feast or famine lineup. There's some days where, they'll show up and they'll put it on you. But I think against Bassett, they're going to struggle. They're not going to put it on Bassett. Expect this under 9 runs to hit, guys. Under 9 runs in the Athletics-White Sox game at minus 110 odds. Okay, and at number 3, guys, we got over 8 runs in the Orioles-Rays game at minus 120 odds. So we got John Means here going to the mound for the Orioles. 5-4 with a 3.21 ERA. Going up against Drew Rasmussen. 1-1 with a 3.98 ERA. So for earned runs in his last 3 for Means, we got 6, 1, and 1 for earned runs. For Drew Rasmussen, 1, 1, and 1. But it's worth noting on him that he is typically a bullpen pitcher, so he has not pitched a lot of innings in any individual start, so that's why he doesn't give up a lot of runs, typically. John Means in his last 3, specifically versus Tampa, 1, 5, and 4. But it's worth what I really liked here, guys. Even when I looked at that 1-run game, he gave up 8 hits and a walk in 5 innings. So easily could have been had in that game as well. I think it was very fortunate to only give up 1 earned run in that game. So, definitely expecting more of the same here, guys. The Rays have been rolling offensively. The 3rd in baseball in runs. So you got to like that. Like I said, in the last 6 of this series between the Orioles and Rays, they've hit this line fairly easily, too. Last night, again, was no different. 9-2. Rays ended up winning. And guys, I expect more of the same. I expect the Rays to get the Means. Even Rasmussen, I don't trust him. So I love the fact that this is just 8 runs. Typically, that's reserved for two really good pitchers, such as like tomorrow you got Wainwright versus Burns in the Brewers Cardinals game. That would make sense for that line. For this line, guys, it just doesn't make sense. I think they're giving Means a little bit too much credit here. Like I said, he's really struggled. In his last 7 starts, 1-4 with a 6.06 ERA. So I really like that. He specifically struggled against the Rays as well. Like I said, his last start versus him was lucky not to give up more than just the 1 earned run. And yeah, guys, and even Rasmussen, his last outing versus the Orioles, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 1 earned runs on 5 hits and a walk. So even he was, like I said, he could have given up a lot more as well. So, yeah, I expect to cash this one pretty easily, guys. I'm not really that worried about it. I was going to take 8.5 at first at minus 104 odds, but I was like, nah, I think it's worth it to have that push equity at 8 runs. So I love it there, guys. Over 8 runs in the Rays-Orioles game at minus 120 odds. And finally, at number 4, guys, we got the St. Louis Cardinals plus +0.5 run line versus the Milwaukee Brewers at -115 odds. So we got Adam Wainwright here going to the mound for the Cardinals, 11-6 with a 3.27 ERA. Going up against Corbin Burnes of the Brewers, 7-4 with a 2.23 ERA. For Adam Wainwright in his last 4 for earned runs, 0, 2, 3, and 2. And for Corbin Burnes, 0, 1, 5, and 1 for earned runs. So, obviously, I like what Wainwright's doing lately. You know, pitched a complete game shutout in his last start versus, granted, it was against the Pirates, but hey, still got to go out and get it done, and he did. So, Wainwright's been pretty solid all year. He's been pretty solid for a long time. I mean, he's a long-time Cardinals pitcher. You know, just very quietly just sits as a very good pitcher in baseball. Doesn't get enough respect, doesn't get enough love, but yeah. And then, you know, as far as the Cardinals go, you know, they've won 6 in a row. I love that. They swept the Pirates over the weekend. Granted, it's not a great team, but just going out and getting it done, they're riding a lot of confidence right now heading back home, so I like that a lot. These two teams are 3-3 versus each other, so this is kind of a grudge match. You know, as far as the Cardinals offense, I like what they've been doing lately too. You know, 47 runs in the last 8 games. That's good for almost 6 a game. We'll take it. You know, we will definitely take it. Their offense hasn't really produced big numbers all year, but they are doing a little bit better lately, which I like that as well. If we're going to cash this bet, I'd love to get a few early runs here from the Cardinals. That would be great. But really relying on Wainwright here for us to cash, guys. Like I said, pretty even pitching matchup overall. So the fact that we could tie and still win this bet is really the part that I really love about this. I think that's a pretty likely result in a lot of ways. You know, this game could be 0-0 after 5 innings, and we just cash, baby. So that's what we want. So take it right there, guys, for your number 4 pick. St. Louis Cardinals, first 5, plus +0.5 run line versus the Brewers at -115 odds. Okay, guys, and that's going to do it for our picks for today. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Our goal this week is to get to 280 subscribers, so I really appreciate your guys' help out with that. Like I said, if you guys have a favorite pick here for today, please be sure to drop that down in the comments. Your thoughts on the day for the Tuesday slate of baseball. Let me know what you guys are thinking. You know, what your favorite bets are, and yeah, we're gearing up for football season, so get ready for that. In a couple weeks, obviously, we're going to be doing episodes on the NFL season, so I'm really psyched about that. I've been waiting all year for it, so again, looking forward to that. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me for this Tuesday. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.